Well, hello, and welcome back to the lands of Aecathan. No professionals, no fancy tech, just a group of women playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons, an all-original game of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Jeff, your game master, and here's what happened last time. Sitting in Tasha's magnificent mansion, Aribell and Tasha hatched a plan to go out into the third Thuilnu cavern and use their own radiant spells to continue culling the remaining Thuilnu. After Tasha was wounded in the attempt, they decided to search the structures in the cavern, which the rest of the group joined them for. One of the buildings, the rest chamber, was filled with Thuilnu, and a coordinated attack was made with little injury to the group. They returned to the mansion and cleaned up, settling in for a rest before deciding what to do next. And that is where we pick up. So, at this point, you have hours left before you will sleep for the night. So, if there's anything you'd like to do, we can do that. If not, we can just fast forward.
I'm okay with fast forwarding.
Yeah, I think we all find lots of baths and
Yeah.
All right.
or showers, whatever we have.
Then we will mark a long rest completed.
Yay.
All right. So, the next morning,
Well, I guess Beau could do more dragons.
Should we move to a new location?
I think we should.
Good idea.
But we probably
So we
need new bubbles.
Bubbles, and we need new bow.
Mind link.
Yes, my
Yeah.
link.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, mind link.
okay.
So Gwen casts air bubble at 4th level. I think that's required, right? In order to get third level or higher, 2 additional globes of fresh air for each slot above 2nd.
Right, and you need 6.
So I think 4th level, is it 3rd level gets us 6?
What's the default?
Um,
It's a 2nd level spell, right?
right.
Okay, so how many bubbles does that provide?
It says when you cast it at 3rd level or higher, you can create 2 additional globes of fresh air for each slot level above 2nd.
Right. What's
So,
the if you
I
cast
think
it
it's
at
just
level?
1. I think you at 2nd level you get 1.
Oh,
I think you do it
okay.
at 4th because I
Yeah.
don't need one. We just need 5.
Oh, then yeah.
So cast it at 3rd.
Nope. I think-
4th.
Are you having your face in the goop? Aribell?
She is having her face in the goop.
I don't need a bubble because I can breathe without it.
Well, the air bubble also keeps your face from coming in contact with any of the liquid.
And so that you may see whilst you are swimming around in goop.
I thought of it that way. But then she has to do a whole nother level spell, right?
I can just cast it twice at 3rd level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's smart. Super smart.
No, because that'll still. It's 2 at third, or
Three
gotcha.
at three for a third level. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, that's
Instead of wasting a big slot, 2 little ones is probably better. Yeah.
and
Smart.
Athgar will cast freedom of movement on everyone.
And Beau will cast a telepathic bond.
Okay.
Woohoo!
And that doesn't take a spell slot, correct? Because it's as a ritual?
Yes, that is correct.
That's nice. We like our rituals.
All right. So you head back out. What are you going to do? You've cleared all the buildings.
In this one area, though, right?
Well, this is the only area you haven't cleared.
Oh.
I'm very confused.
You cleared out the first cavern,
Yeah.
and then that's where you made the tunnel to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You cleared out the second cavern with the draconic spirits.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And then the third one was the one we just did.
Right,
Yes,
and
yesterday.
you took out one group that was floating at the ceiling, and then all of the ones that were in the rest chamber that were stuck in that room.
So
But-
there's nowhere else to check?
Well, but that leaves the rest of the ceiling of the room.
Okay. Well, then we need to do
Oh,
that.
right. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Because I knew there was more. I just didn't know how to get there.
So I guess we keep looking for Thuilnu in the ceiling. Or on the ceiling.
Okay. So, what do you do?
Well, I create tiny hut.
Okay, on top of the same building or a different one?
Different one. I will do it on the one that's pill shaped.
Remember,
Hmm?
and you would know this. Let's see. Yeah, the pill-shaped one is actually the tallest, one of the two tallest in the cavern.
Okay.
So putting the hut on top of that one gets you about 21 feet off the ground.
Hmm. All right. How about the stone one? The building that's made out of stone.
That one
instead of-
is 15 feet high.
Let's do that one. We'll put the hut in front of on top of that one.
Okay. All right, so right there.
And I think probably the smartest thing to do is have Beau do the gem dragon to try to get rid of any more Thuilnu.
Okay.
So Beau will start casting at, I think, a 5th level.
Yes, that's the first level that he can cast it at. All right. A ghostly dragon phases into existence, a slightly yellowish tint. Beau says, "Find anything in this cavern that's alive, that's not us, and kill it. Go." And the spirit takes off. And what do you do?
Gets updates if they.
Well, he can't communicate with
right?
it. Yeah. Yeah, he'll know if it's defeated.
And what it's got radiance, so we are able to see it.
Yeah.
How far away from the ceiling?
How far away from the ceiling is what?
Where we are now.
About 65 feet.
Oh, we won't be able to see anything.
No.
I was thinking.
Well,
we
you
could maybe
might.
See the radiance,
Because it's a very bright golden flash
Mhm.
when it uses that ability. Everyone make a perception check. Let's see if you see.
27 for Gwen.
Okay.
26.
25 for Beau.
Nice.
32.
8.
Athgar got a 31.
I see nothing.
Neither does anyone else.
Oh, good.
Nothing to see around here.
And after about 15-ish minutes, the draconic spirit appears in front of Beau and just hangs there.
That's an extra day of them being in the water.
They may be gone.
I want to cast. What's it called? Find locate creature.
Well, that needs to be a specific creature, doesn't it?
It will find a specific creature or the nearest creature of a specific kind, as long as you. So
Okay.
it will locate the closest one within 1,000 feet.
Okay. The spell is cast. It's not picking up anything.
Make sure that I'm not sensing any Thuilnu within 1,000 feet.
Ooh. No Thuilnu within 1,000 feet.
Which, yeah, I think from
That's
what we've before covered most of the cavern. I was able to locate vines and Sephryna with it when we were on the other end. So
Let's see.
Would it cover the other side?
it lasts for an hour, so if we want to
Swim around.
It will cover the entire enclave.
so there are none down here.
We should
Take a deep breath.
probably try to get a sample of the mushrooms.
I had forgotten.
We did get a sample of the mushrooms.
Of
didn't
the
we?
red
red
ones.
ones.
Oh, okay.
There's different colors, right?
There's 3 different
Yep.
kinds.
Okay. So
So
Gonna
I
do
guess. Yeah, we go to the other 2 caverns.
Do we have more bags?
Yeah, I have 3.
Okay.
I actually have 5, but I have 5 little bags.
fancy.
All right. Which one do you want to go after first? The cavern that Vines was in, or the cavern where the waters come in?
I don't know. Let's go to the non-watery one. The non-tunnel one.
All right. This is the one that you set the grove on fire.
Okay.
So I need everyone to make an investigation check.
Ooh.
Peaches and cream.
Mm.
31.
10.
10.
Oh, good.
Athgar and Zorith stare at each other.
Did I find out?
You have no mushrooms on you.
I know. I do have the bag, though.
Tasha is actually able to find. There was a small rise in the floor, and there is one grove, one cluster still growing that was protected from the fire by the rock.
And is that
Ooh.
yellow or a different color?
That is pale yellow.
So I say, Zori, right here. If you could get a little bit from this.
And I will put
You're
in
on
bag.
mute.
Do we want to mage hand again?
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
It's a good plan.
Beau does the same thing as last time with mage hand, using that to fill the bag, close the bag, and bring the bag back.
Okay. All right. Again, these are larger than average, so it does take a little bit of wrenching to break the stems, but
How many? 5 or 6 the same?
yep.
Is that all of the remaining alive ones?
No, there are still a couple that are growing.
Do you think we should destroy the rest?
Probably.
What
Question.
underwater?
Question. We were taking them to be dissected or looked at,
Analyzed, yes.
analyzed, and if we get rid of them all, will we have no way to come back and get more?
They'll
I
have
guess-
the sample.
Yeah. Okay.
But
No worries.
it will be likely dead by the time they're done with it.
Do mushrooms die completely in water?
Well, they can.
I
Only-
mean when they're done analyzing it.
They could separate out a portion to propagate if they so chose.
Yes, but we can always come back.
I don't necessarily know if we can come back.
What if they take over in that time?
Yeah.
Mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just take all of the mushrooms and like harvest them all and give them to the tower.
Well, we can probably do that with these yellow ones, but the red, there was quite a bit more.
Oh, that's true. There were a lot. I do wonder if they're going to survive the water. They seem to be holding up better than the Thuilnu and the horrors, but...
They're fungus.
Right?
They're used to growing in the damp and the dark.
True.
Can you blight them, Zori?
Totally. Let me see how many times I can blight.
Well, should we harvest the rest of the yellow ones first? Or,
Yeah.
I mean, should we get a larger sample for them?
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, we had a rest. The mushrooms that are left, are they in different places or are they grouped together?
It was one cluster.
the yellow ones, the pale yellow ones, were destroyed, but she found
One
little-
cluster still remaining.
oh, okay. So I do.
You
have,
harvested 2/3 of the cluster.
I have another
already.
bag. So if we want to take all the yellow ones, we can take all the yellow ones.
Okay.
You have one more bag?
No, I have 5 total. And I put the yellow ones. I put the yellow ones in a bag, and then I have a shoot. Oh, please. Where's my bags? Sacks. Bag of red mushroom.
So why don't we fill 2 bags of yellow, 2 bags of red, and kill the rest?
I like it.
There are
3.
3 types of mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Pale red, pale
Okay,
yellow,
2 of
red.
each.
Have we found a little grove? Cluster of the other kind?
Yes, you know where it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
It was at the back of the first cavern.
Okay. So, let's get. Cause right now we have 1 bag of each of the yellow and the red, right?
Well, you have a bag of the red and a bag and a half
Okay.
of the
Well, let's-
yellow.
So let's get 1 more bag of red and fill the half bag of yellow with more yellow. And then head towards where we can get the first kind.
So a bag and a half of yellow, a bag and a half of red, and then
No.
2 bags of each.
well,
There's
if
how many bags are there? There's 6 bags or 5?
5.
Ah.
So that's why I was saying if we do a bag and a half of yellow, then we can go back for a half a bag of red. So we'll just add those 2 together.
Okay.
We might not want to mix the streams.
Good point. Let me see. I have some robes or something that I might be able to put, like.
Does anyone else have a bag?
Ah.
I have a backpack, but
Yeah.
I also have a backpack, but there's no like separating them from. Really, I don't think. Let's see. I have our common clothes. I have cold weather clothes.
Will they fit inside a water skin? I got 2 of those.
No.
yeah, that wouldn't really work.
I can put them in one of the robes that we have.
Okay.
Like
We have plenty of space in and materials in the portable hole.
Yeah, and the mansion's still up, right? So you could go get something out of there.
Will
Right.
it disappear.
But it won't disappear. It'll disappear.
Thought it lasted for 24 hours.
It does, but we won't be able to.
No,
No.
we're saying we could set up the portable hole and get items out of it or put items in it.
Mhm.
In the mansion where it's not.
Ah, okay, sorry.
No worries.
Let me look at the portable hole. I don't have any. That's not true. We can dump out a bag of coins and take the bag to.
Great.
Yeah.
Sounds
So-
good.
We'll go back to the mansion. Open up the portable hole, right? That is something we decided we could do.
Mhm.
And take a bag of coins and just dump them out. And then we head on our way to go get not red. Well, yeah, red. We want another bag of red and then
Okay.
another bag of whatever color it was.
So you're going to go back to the third cavern, get another bag's worth of the red mushrooms.
But before we leave, are they all spread out or are they together?
The red ones? They're all together. There's 2 separate groves in the third cavern. Like there's 2 large clusters of red mushrooms.
And then we're going to destroy the ones that we aren't harvesting.
Correct, but it's a level 4 spell, so I was just checking to see how many I would need. So, I will cast Blight on...
Well, we do the whole mage hand thing for the harvesting.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We just use the same procedure.
All right, how much does a single blight spell cover?
You used it on the mushrooms before, didn't you?
If you target a non-magical plant that isn't a creature, such as a tree or shrub, it doesn't make a saving throw, it simply withers and dies.
I think it was like whatever was connected, it worked on. Isn't that what you did to the yellow ones to begin with?
The yellow ones you burned.
Oh, okay. I thought she blighted something. How many ever it'll work on a plant, but that depends on how many of them are connected to each other. I don't know. Does anybody know how mushrooms connect?
I have seen Last of Us, and basically they're all connected.
That's pretty much the extent of my mushroom knowledge, too.
Mine too.
I think they are pretty much all connected, if it's one area.
Mythos could be for the world, I don't know. Yeah. Said no effect undead or construct, max damage plant. So I guess you'll have to tell me how you would want to work it. As a Missy Elliott song goes in my head.
Okay. From quick research, it appears that a cluster of mushrooms have an interconnected root system.
Right, so this one red and then that one red. Not all in one. I knew that. Or are you saying not all this one red and not all that one red?
No, you can get one of the red groves, one of the crimson groves, with a blight spell.
Right,
and
okay.
destroy
That's
them.
what I thought. Right. All right, well, I will go to the one red. Oh. No? 6th level spell. What are you doing, creep? I will blight the red. Then I will go over and I will blight the other red.
All right. Each time the spell is cast, the grove quickly blackens and withers and gently falls to the floor of the cavern. It does appear to be quite dead. Same thing with the other grove.
So this is the third cavern. So then I guess we need to go to where the water was, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that cavern.
All right, let's head there, I guess.
All right. As that cavern once again comes into view, I need everyone to make a perception check. that's crappy.
15 for Beau. Kraken.
Nice. Glad somebody rolled well.
31.
Me too. 33.
Athgar got a
31.
20.
29.
16.
Your attention is drawn to a long, dark shape moving through the water in this cavern.
Oh
Coming in from the
no.
ocean.
What? It came in from the ocean?
Could absolutely have. We have ocean water in here.
Blue.
I missed what we saw.
A long, dark shape moving through the water.
That can't be good.
About 20 feet long.
Oh no. Like a shark?
How big is the tunnel?
Is this in the cave with the tunnel?
Yes.
Okay.
Are we
Yeah,
underwater?
Yes.
Yeah.
We sure are.
Gwen can use your primordial, whatever. Is that what it is?
Yes. So I will use my primeval awareness to see whether this is an aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
It is none of those things.
Then I cast Speak with Animals and say, "Hello, friend."
Hungry.
For what do you hunger?
Blood.
Blood?
Fish?
Blood.
Oh, nope, nope, nope.
Could you tell me what kind of creature you are?
Hungry.
I got that one. Loud and clear. What is your favorite meal besides just blood? Some blood is sweeter than others.
Blood.
Not that bright.
And the shape begins moving toward you.
Yeah, I tell the others. It wants blood. It's headed this way.
Well,
Do we have time to attack it before it gets to us? Or how close is it? Or
Hard to tell because the water's very murky.
I tell the creature, we're here first. We also seek blood. If you want to be able to swim away from this, turn back now.
Hungry.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
not working.
I tried.
It has an intelligence of 1.
Oh.
I cast fear.
All right. And the salvo begins.
Well, it worked on another stupid critter. Of course, that was a T-Rex. Their brains are probably at about the same level.
All right. So I assume that's a saving throw.
Yes. It has a wisdom saving throw of 19.
Wrong guy.
it's a big wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Natural 20.
Nuh-uh. Mother of pearl.
So is that like an 18 then with the negative?
Dude.
It has a wisdom of 10, so there's no
Oh.
penalty.
Gotcha.
All right.
Nice try, though.
I gave it my best. I could try a second time.
Well, I need everyone to roll initiative at this point.
Just a clarifying question, Jeff.
Mhm.
So, with freedom of movement, it says being underwater imposes no penalties on movement or attacks. So that means if we want to use like a melee weapon, it moves normal.
Correct.
19 for Beau. 24 for Gwen.
And
Advantage is really lame when you roll the same on both dice.
Zoreth?
8.
Oof. Okay.
I'm rolling low tonight, man.
Tasha?
11.
Oh. And Aribell?
6.
6. Okay.
Hey, it's better than 2.
That's hilarious.
Booyah. All right. Well, as will come as a shock to no one, Gwen, you're first.
I'm going to give it a second try. I'm going to cast Fear again.
Okay.
I really don't want to kill this thing.
Whatever it is.
Pfft, 19.
Unreal.
Okay. Next.
That would be Athgar. Time to do something clever. I hope.
It's time for some thrilling heroics.
Got polymorph?
No.
'Cause that'd be great.
I do.
What do you do?
I have
Yep.
polymorph.
Oh my god.
Because it's not permanent, right? Doesn't it end after a while?
Yeah, I think it lasts. Its concentration lasts for up to an hour.
Might be long enough for us to leave.
Turn it into a guppy.
And if the Thuilnu come back, he can eat them.
I don't know. Will it have enough food in here to... I mean, it'll have parts and pieces for a while, but they're not... They're
Well,
not
let's
live
see if
food.
it works. This die has been rolling really well. And it's which save? Wisdom. It worked. Barely. Athgar polymorphs this creature into a fish. It's a pretty nondescript looking fish. It's kind of silvery, about a foot long. Athgar went to do this and then realized, what does he know about the ocean?
No.
I've seen a fish.
So he changed it into something he ate once. Because that was the only frame of reference he had.
So I was going to ask about this because... Should we... fill up
Plug the holes?
I was thinking about it.
I
That's a
think we should
question.
Plug all of the holes. that
How
they
do we
could-
do that?
We just made one, right?
Well, how did they get in? Was it from the surface?
We don't know.
We would have to technically explore more. Have we explored the whole place?
Yes.
And there are no other
Not that you found.
entry exit wounds.
We could also ask one of our draconic spirits or whatever to to search. They could probably move faster than we could. And
Well, actually, if you're looking for another tunnel entrance, somewhere that they might have come in. This might be a job for an earth elemental,
Oh.
because they can go underground, see if there's something connected that we're not seeing.
That's a good
is
idea.
interesting.
Why don't we do that? And in the meantime,
Talk about pros and cons of this.
Pros
there-
and cons of what?
I think ideally we would want to not only seal the hole, but the idea of this becoming a huge sinkhole is also an issue. I don't know if we can somehow transform the water into earth and fill these caverns.
I mean, I think that would be a big job, but I don't know anything
I
about that.
don't have any idea how one would go about that.
But also, we don't want people coming down here just coming down here either, like kids or whatever. So we're going to have to close off the top hole, like she was thinking.
Yes, but that again won't solve the sinkhole problem. But maybe
Talk about that. We didn't think it would be okay. Or we did it, didn't we? Talk through that.
I don't think we really knew. I think we were just.
talked about it
How
because that was
far-
like
Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
that was like if we had constant pressure in here from the ocean, then it may not decrease the space. But also thinking about it now, if it's constantly got ocean pressure on it,
it'll erode.
yeah, and it'll make it a bigger area. Shoot.
How far down are we? Like, how much is between us, or the top of the cavern, and the ground?
That's a really good question.
What was the question?
How much?
How far down?
Well, we know how far down we are, right?
Yeah. Aribell, make an intelligence check.
Can I just ask someone and help them?
Yeah, probably Tasha.
4. Yeah.
4. Gobs of space. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah. So someone that has a little bit more city planning expertise. I mean, maybe
Well, would Tasha
What
know
am I
because-
rolling for?
An intelligence check, just a straight intelligence check.
Because she knows, like,
Do I-
the
Do
northern...
I add my int? Like my.
Yeah, D20 plus your int bonus.
Okay, that's 18.
Okay. Probably somewhere between 15 and 50 feet, but you're not entirely sure. This is not your area of expertise.
Okay.
This is no one here's area of expertise.
Yep.
so because once the cavern's full,
Yes.
so there's not more water pouring in because the water has hit water.
Yes.
So it's a constant level.
Yes.
Do we know anybody that, like, through our wanderings around, do we know anybody that might know an answer to this?
Please.
It's kind of an engineering issue.
Anyone who's trying to think of this, make a history check.
Before I roll, the only thing I can think of is like the Estes thing is underwater, right? And the water hits it, or is it not?
It's not underwater.
History.
Beau gets an 11.
Dirty 20.
Gwen gets a 6.
17.
24.
24. She has lived in a city. So
With
she
what?
might have some. She
I
might
don't
know
know,
some.
but I might know who to ask, right? Because
Yeah.
I grew up in a harbor town.
She's a harbor chick.
Harbor chick. Get out of my ghost busting head.
Aribell, no one immediately leaps to mind. However, it seems likely that the army would have people who understand this sort of thing.
Hmm.
You need to check with the Army Corps of Engineers.
Exactly.
Or if it's an undead unit, it would be the Army Corps of Engineers.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. I liked it. Awful, but good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm also sad I didn't think of it first. So
probably the
leans more towards then.
Army likely has people trained to know these things. 'Cause
All right. So
Is this something we anticipate happening tomorrow?
no.
I think we can wait till we have a conversation.
Good, because we have 51 minutes left until that creature regains its normal size.
So are we done down here?
Well, we still need the orange mushrooms.
We still need the orange mushrooms from this area.
We should probably consider plugging the hole, or is that something we're going to leave for the engineers?
We may need more
How do we
people,
plug
right?
it?
Yeah,
Rubble, explosives, you know,
Explosive sounds like a bad idea.
That might
does
make
it?
a
that
whole
might
big.
make a bigger sinkhole. I don't know. Because where did we put all the dirt that we pulled out of here? Just on the floor, right?
Yes.
So
Well,
I mean,
it's at this point it's dissolved into the water because it was mud.
Yeah.
Um,
That's part of the murk.
Yeah.
with Tasha's ability to know where things are, if we're out in the ocean with the boat that was keeping an eye,
Mm-hmm.
she should be able to extrapolate from there how far the caverns go under the city versus that are underwater, right?
Explain more. I'm not following. I'm
Okay,
trying.
so the cavern where we made the hole is in the ocean.
Yes.
So some of this is not under the city at all. It's out under the ocean. So which
No, not necessarily. Zorith and Beau had to tunnel for quite a distance
okay.
to
and it
get
was
out to the
sideways,
ocean.
right?
It was slanted
Yes.
up
Okay.
at an angle like this.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but it was like
So is
200,
there a,
240, 250 feet they
if
went.
there's turning stone to mud, is there turning mud to stone?
It would be more of a move
Yes.
dirt situation.
Yes. The same spell can reverse it, transmute rock to mud, or mud to rock.
Okay.
But you would have to somehow fill that 10-foot by 10-foot tunnel with mud.
With mud. Okay.
Does a wall of stone, would that work as a
Buttress?
a way to keep some of the water out for a bit so that you could move some mud? I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws.
Let's see. Well, from what I'm seeing with the Wall of Stone spell, you'd have to figure out how to cement it, like how to keep it in place. But you could use the Wall of Stone spell to make to plug the hole, basically. 6 inches thick and composed of 10 foot by 10 foot panels. And it can be shaped in any way that you want, but it can't occupy the same space as another creature or another object. So you couldn't create it sticking into the surrounding rock.
And it can't go in the tunnel because that's not 10 feet.
Though the tunnel is 10 by 10.
So could it go into the tunnel?
Yes, but
If you
how would
wrapped it
you then
like a
keep
lip-
it from...
If you wrapped it like a lip on the outside?
But then how do you attach it to the wall?
No,
Does it have to?
Never mind.
The wall doesn't need to be vertical or rest on a foundation. It must, however, merge and be solidly supported by existing stones. So if the tunnel's like sideways, then can it go in the tunnel?
Yeah?
And then it becomes permanent if you hold it
Does
there.
anybody have this spell?
No, but we were gonna talk to the engineers, and
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, it may take more than one person to do this. I mean, like, that's why I was thinking it's like if we could get it temporarily stopped pouring in.
Well, it's not pouring in anymore. It's it's basically just an underwater tunnel now.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
And then they could put another wall at the base of the tower where we were coming in. They could also do it there to block off from the town, right?
Actually, well, I'll do it this way. Well, actually, we could probably seal off the upper end with a transmute rock to mud spell and then a transmute mud to rock spell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can we do that relatively quickly?
Right, we can do that on the way out, I think.
All
I
right.
got it if I memorized it.
That makes me feel better.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong
So-
character.
Can we... I would have to know them. Never mind.
Right, I can cast it twice. Providing you don't need heavy hitting spells for anything else.
Okay. Let's do it.
Well, hold on.
Well,
hold on,
let's
hold
go
on,
get
hold
the
on.
orange fungus first.
Okay. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna talk about the army.
Army? You mean like the black and white things, or?
No,
Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
talking
oh.
about the people you know at the army.
Oh, that army.
Yep.
Um.
So hold on.
Okay.
We'll go get the mushrooms.
Okay.
I'll take Beau with me. Have a bag. Put the mushrooms in it.
Okay.
2 bags of orange. Then, how are the mushrooms arranged in this area?
It's one grove.
Okay. 1 grove, blighted. And I will cast light.
Again, they blacken and shrivel and slowly drop to the ground in the cavern. Ruined, dead.
Unfortunately, the only person I know in the army is Warbender. And if I asked him to find us an engineer like that, I wouldn't necessarily be able to talk to him because I don't know him, right? So we can't necessarily talk to him in the sending spell.
We don't have to do it right now because
Yeah.
it's not a danger. So when we get back to, because you don't want to do it in a 2-minute conversation either, right?
Correct.
I think we'll be fine until we can get back to Irma.
Please, the four of you, make an intelligence check.
Oh, now if you're making me an intelligence check, obviously I'm not smart enough to figure out what you got going on.
15.
19.
Me too. 14.
17.
Tasha, the thought crosses your mind that maybe there's someone up in Belinamard who might know how to do this. It's an entire city full of people up there.
Well, we've got the mushrooms. We've blighted the excess mushrooms. Let's just get out of here and go up and talk to the council and see if they know someone.
So then we're not also going to mud to stone this yet, because then we'd have to break back in, right? Or are we gonna?
Well, if you have me seal the tunnel from the shaman's home, then the only way we'd have to get back in here would be to come in through the tunnel from the ocean. Not hearing you, Zorth.
Yeah.
I was saying that is, I don't know. Never mind. Doesn't make a difference. I mean, you would be able to mud to stone again, but then to get everybody in there, but then you'd have to stone to mud again to get out. So,
to the best of our knowledge, everything in here is dead. Well, everything that started out in here.
Right.
And the point?
What's going to come up out of the tunnel?
It was more of a what could get into the tunnel, but you're right, children and stuff aren't really running around Belinamard right now, so.
And I'm fairly certain that we can lock the door.
Just secure the shaman's tower.
Yes.
Can you lock it magically, Beau?
Askar.
You ask.
I cannot.
So some kind of a like magically locking doors?
Yeah, like an arcane lock or something.
Well, okay. We've got the mushrooms. We've blighted the mushrooms. Maybe it's a good idea to do the rock to mud and mud to rock. And then just magically lock the door to the shaman's tower.
Right, if someone
That
has
way-
that spell, which no one does.
Yeah, let's just go up, lock the door, and
Well, let's make sure there's not another entrance first.
Right, with the elemental.
Right.
So, the shark thing that is no longer a shark and is now a fish.
34 minutes.
Yep, I know. Do we want to kill it in its current form? Because anytime we come back down here, it will be here.
If we If we kill it in its current form, it will regain its previous form.
Why don't we just throw it back through the hole into the ocean and let it swim free?
We
And
could
You did
certainly
that to not kill it, right?
we could
So-
certainly
Right.
try that. Has anyone kept their eye on where it's gotten to?
We can catch it, we can take it outside and throw it back in the ocean out there.
Yes, we have to find it.
Yeah, it's not that big. It's only a foot long.
We'll just
Our original plan was to be out of the cavern before it regained its original shape, so I didn't think to keep an eye on it.
That's really fair.
Right, but how long will it take, Beau, how long will it take your earth elemental to run around?
Well, it all depends. I mean, we're asking it to basically search the walls and the floor of all 3 caverns. That's going to take a little bit.
Right, so I was going to say, do we go into the mansion while we wait, or the bubble while we wait, or up in the entryway while we wait?
Up in the entryway sounds good.
the elemental can't talk to us though. How are we gonna know if it finds them?
That's a good point.
Does anyone here speak primordial?
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Infernal.
I speak primordial.
Oh, ooh, look at that.
Well, then Gwen would be able to talk to it. I mean, it can understand me in common because I'm casting the spell, but I won't understand a damn thing it says.
Do we have something to put the fish in if we find it? Because we have to get it up the tower and into the water.
Or we just stick it in the tunnel and point it in the opposite direction and tweak its fin.
If we find it.
Right, so I locate creature on the fish.
All right. Let's see. At this point, you're all over by where the mushroom grove was.
Right.
You get a sense due southeast.
Right. I start swimming towards the fish.
All right. Make an investigation check, please.
If you tell us where it's at, we'll come help find you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have our thing up, I think. So. Telling you.
So
I
everyone
will
can
also-
make an investigation check.
I will
22.
also help you.
Well, Aribell found it.
All right, then.
Aribell wins.
However, it sees you coming and immediately turns and begins to swim as fast as it can the opposite direction.
I try to herd it towards the cavern with the tunnel.
Oh my. Okay. Make an animal handling check.
I was just gonna say Gwen might. Does she
Yeah.
have? She
Speak with
has.
animals, but
Would her speak with
It was
animals still be
guided.
up?
No.
Okay.
with some guidance. 19.
Whoa.
You are able to herd the fish into the tunnel.
Just keep going like towards it till it keeps going up. Because you said I can, like, the tunnel's big enough to fit in, right?
Oh, it's 10 by 10.
Yeah. So I just keep going up after it till we get to the.
Okay.
Go home. It's your home.
Go home.
Let's see. Okay.
You're home.
Which has to be the most entertaining thing because I'm probably like, fish.
To the left, to the right.
No, this way.
Make another animal handling check.
Mhm. 19.
All right. Just before it gets to the upper edge of the tunnel, Athgar says, spell's over.
Oh no!
And you see this fish go,
Oh no!
but it's still swimming as fast as it can
It's not that bright. It doesn't know.
and heads out of the tunnel and back into the ocean proper. And
Oh.
as it makes a turn, you get a glance at it. Make a nature check.
God. Is that even a thing?
You
Do I
are.
have that?
It's an intelligence skill.
I rolled a natural Kraken.
Well, you didn't see it.
Oh, I thought you.
Nope.
I thought you were saying to all of us.
Nope.
Never
Aribell was
mind.
the only one who chased the fish up the tunnel.
Oh, wasted
So-
a perfectly good
Do
Kraken.
I get any?
Sorry.
My difficulty lowered since I spent so much time on a boat in the ocean. 13. That's not terrible.
It's some kind of really big shark. You're not exactly
That was
sure.
like 20 feet long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to know what kind of shark. It's a shark.
Yep.
Probably a tiger.
Tricky
Right.
fish. Tricky fish.
Glad it didn't bite me. Okay, shark's back in the ocean. That's what I say in the thing.
It was a shark. Oh, good.
I come back down.
All right.
That was fun.
Now, while this was going on, should Beau have been conjuring and sending the elemental?
Yes.
Okay. Right. He does so, and swims right up next to its head so that he can sort of poke its face into the air bubble around him, and says, "Except for that hole, and the one all the way to the back of this complex, go in the walls, go in the floor, see if there's any other tunnels that are leading out of this or the other two large caverns." And it just...
So the reason I was thinking that there's not another hole is because the wall, the ocean would not be done rushing in here. So hopefully he will find nothing. But I don't know.
Well, they could have closed it off like we've been talking about too.
All right, so this is going to take a little while. What do you want to do while you wait?
We're hurting the fish.
Oh, that's right. Yep, okay.
So I assume that it takes at least 30 minutes, which is how long she had to herd the fish.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna hang out until he comes back, I guess. I don't know.
Laugh at Aribell.
Where are we laughing at Aribell?
Trying to catch the fish.
Herding the fish. Hey, it
Fish
worked.
herding.
It worked.
But it was probably amusing.
I think you can add a new skill to your resume.
Just glad I don't wear plate mail anymore.
Well, the freedom of movement spell would take care of that.
Yes, but it's still heavy
Indeed.
and not a lot of dexterity allowed. Not that I have that much training.
55 minutes go by, and the creature suddenly rises back up out of the ocean floor. Beau beckons Gwen over and says, "Put your face up close to it so that its face is in your bubble. And it's in
I
my
do.
bubble too. All right. Tell us what you found."
And I'll
In-
repeat it in primordial.
Yep. It understands
Oh,
common.
okay.
It just can't speak it. So it begins to rumble like tectonic plates shifting. Fortunately, what Gwen hears is no tunnels, no pockets, no other connections.
That's weird.
Well, not necessarily. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I just don't know how they got here.
They must have come through the surface.
In Shaman's Tower.
Yeah. All right.
Well, maybe.
Hmm?
Did you ever hear back from the tower on them two elves?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Zorth would. I don't know what 2 elves. Oh, the 2 elves that we sent back there?
Mm-hmm.
That had been converted.
That had been enthralled, yes.
I guess I will ask right now. Because we haven't heard back, right?
Right.
Ogress Greater Sending. And... Hey! Ogress, it's me. We were wondering if- We were wondering if you had any information on the 2 elves we sent. And I look at whoever asked me, why are we asking this information?
Beau asked.
Why?
Just curious. See what they have to say.
Okay, we were just wondering if you found anything.
Well, we were able to restore them to life, and we were able to remove the Thuilnu's mental influence. Unfortunately, they don't believe us.
Don't believe you of what?
They think that this is simply another Thuilnu delusion, and that it's some sort of trap. They won't speak to us. They think they're still in captivity, and that this is simply a different method of torture.
Oh, dude. That's so sad.
So they haven't actually said much. Master Ranro is spending significant time with them, but so far they have not responded to her charms, which I personally can't understand.
How about Sephryna and Vines?
Sephryna is actually on her way to Belinamard, overland.
Why? And why did no one tell us?
She suggested a rather extreme method of healing. Something that the other two have not chosen to undergo. But her thought was that being a cleric of Balmus that she should be back in the fight as soon as possible.
There's no more fight.
She
Nope.
requested that a modify memory spell be performed on her to convince her that the events that she underwent happened some 5 years ago,
Interesting.
so that she believes she has had 5 years to come to terms with what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who thought that was a good idea?
It was her choice. It was her temple that performed the ceremony, and she insisted that Balmus wanted her to return to continue to render aid to the city of Blinimard. And I believe you had mentioned that the priest there had vanished. She is going to be the new priest. S.
Oh.
Currently, the city still thinks that everything is okie dokie. So, in 5 years from the traumatic incident, hopefully we would have woken the town up. But they're going to be still okay. And I tell everybody, and I'm like, I'm going to call you back.
All right.
And I tell everybody what he said. And then just like, we need to find out where she's at. Still, I mean, like, we're still.
Is she here?
She was en route over land.
Oh my.
I am the great poo-pooer of all the things. So let me play devil's fucking advocate.
Okay.
5 years gone by.
Yeah.
Why not?
We all look the same.
Why not recovered?
Half elves don't. The rest of us won't probably age much.
I'm human.
Right.
As am
yeah.
I.
Good genes.
Okay.
It feels very lone wolf-ish. We can talk about these after I throw them out. Like sense of revenge. Will she listen to us if we say that there's no longer a fight here? That there's no longer a threat, and why didn't anybody tell us?
Yeah.
Okay, those are just my.
I don't think it's a good idea. So I think we should. So we've sealed up the hole. Yes, the
Nope.
tunnel.
We haven't done any of that yet.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we should seal up the tunnel and go upstairs and talk to the council and see if we can start bringing people back from their trance or mind brainwash. Yeah. Mind wipe.
How large is the town of Blinimard, sir?
Let me get back up to that part of the book.
Does anybody else have any thoughts on this besides just Missy Poo Pants?
No, I agree with you. Like,
Well, I mean, like, do you have any other thoughts?
I think it's a bad idea.
I also think it's a good idea.
I'm really hoping that it doesn't cause her to crack.
Yeah, I can't believe that they allowed a modify memory spell when her brain has been modified
Already.
a bunch of times.
Right.
Please, DM, if I would remember correctly, what I know about modify memory spell. Literally typed modify memory and it gave me madness. F you.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana 16 plus, hold on, I had to 16 plus 7, 23.
You would know that
It was in the last 24 hours and lasted no more than 10 minutes. They wouldn't have been able to do a modify memory spell. Remove curse or greater restoration restores true memory, but
they can do it.
Because
They
they're
just
not
have to
removing
cast it
all
at a higher level.
that happened, right?
Yeah, they're just
And
altering.
Anytime.
Yeah, so
so I know it
7th
can be
level
done,
spell
I guess.
a 7th level spell slot would allow them to alter a memory within the last 30 days.
And they just have to tell her, basically, they're not taking away any of the stuff that happened. They're just telling her.
Yeah.
They're like when
They're
she came
basically modifying her memory of coming out of being enthralled.
Yeah.
And
what about
making
the
it
5 years that she's lost?
Making it seem far distant.
Does she think she was enthralled for 5 years?
No.
We have no idea.
I mean, well, then it's going to be pretty hard to keep up this facade that it's been 5 years, as Zori is pointing out. But we'll deal with that when it comes. If she wants it undone, that we can do that. So.
So do I talk to her? Do we talk to her? Do we say, hey, there's no threat? Where are you at? Please don't come here. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Well, if she's still on the way here, maybe we can see what we can get done before she gets here. She's coming by foot. It's going to take a while.
We can't really stop her if she wants to be the priestess here, and if the town council is in agreement, then I don't know that we can really stop her.
I don't necessarily want to stop her from becoming the priestess of foulness here in the future. If she wants to be here. I just think it is short-sighted on how to do it, perhaps are the right words. I think her temple did her a disservice, and I don't know how to fix it.
I don't know if we can fix it.
It's not for us to fix. If they allowed it and Balmus gave them the ability to do so, then we will just deal with whatever comes.
Yep.
As bad of an idea as it seems to us, she had her reasons. And she was traumatized, so
Have we heard about fines?
No, but I did say I was going to call him back. Hold on, I'm writing notes. Also, DM, you did not tell me how big the town is.
Right, we kind of got
Nope,
off
I
on
know,
a different
but
topic.
I know, that's why I pinned it and came back to it.
Originally, there were some 11,000 people
Okay,
in
and
Belinamard.
then
At
the
present,
killings.
there are about 5,000-ish.
5,000 people.
That's why I was saying it could take all 5 years to get people out here who, unless it goes away, but we already know.
So I think, do we know if we can teleport now? And we can teleport outside back into Belinamard, right?
You have no idea.
Why were we thinking we couldn't anyway? Because the hive was unknown?
Well, we should be able to get outside of the limits, right?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Easily.
I'm asking why did we think we weren't able to teleport?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Jeff, can you answer that for me? Why did we think we couldn't teleport? Was it because the hive was unknown?
It was because the hive was unknown, and there was a suspicion. Rented lips. Sorry, a suspicion that there was some sort of interference being generated by the Thuilnu that would block teleportation in and out of the enclave.
Oh, okay, but that was underground, not
Correct.
okay. So I wonder if we should go meet with our, what did we call them, War Council, before we talk to the Belinamard Council, so we know what we can do. You know, how many people know the spell? Like, how many people can we bring here to help unenthrall the town? Obviously, Athgar and I can't do it. So
it would be a life's endeavor.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, maybe we take, who's the council leader?
Fen.
With us, or we bring our council to Belinamard into the council chambers, and we have a big powwow with the council and our previous council to figure out how we fix this.
Perhaps we should ask Fen.
I think we should ask them first.
I was hoping we'd have some answers before, you know.
Well, at least we'll be able to tell him that all the damn Thuilnu are dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll make him happy.
As of now. Ask Obrus, I'm writing down, ask Finn how to approach, but ask Obrus ideas on changing town back timeline.
Yeah, I think after we talk to Fen, seeing if we can basically have Oberus and whoever came from the
Indrews and Ranro.
come here and all have a powwow.
Well,
those 2-minute conversations make it very hard.
Right. I don't want to go to Fen without having some idea of it maybe taking a long time. Like,
Well, I do think Sephryna can cast it as well, but that's now what, 3 of us? That's just not enough.
Well, no, and I mean, like, even if we got extra help from the tower,
But I
There's
mean,
got to be a bigger.
we haven't been upstairs. We haven't been up there yet. We
Right.
don't know if we like. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. We've killed off all the Thuilnu. Let's see if that made a difference.
okay. And the only reason I'm saying that is, we know that we killed some Thuilnu and stuff, but our people didn't necessarily come back to. Well, I
Right.
guess.
But we hadn't killed off all the Thuilnu. Now we
Okay.
have.
Okay. Additionally, we should probably make sure that the orcs don't kill anybody if they remember things, or if people don't remember things and
Right.
kill the orcs. So
I'm betting that if the woo-woo went away, the orcs are likely dead.
okay.
There has to be some mass version of the spell, because otherwise the Thuilnu could not have enthralled 5,000 people in as quick of a time.
Yeah.
So talking to Master Renro and maybe some of the other high priests at the sanctum, maybe there's some spell they can, that the gods would grant to help us do this quicker, because there has to be a mass thing we can do. I don't know what it is.
Do we have any idea how long
That they've been under?
this has
No.
been going on?
Nope.
Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, we do, because
Trade stopped.
Well, we know the orcs attacked, or that Blundemard was attacked, and they escaped to Dark Coast Keep.
That
And
was months ago.
Right, when they came back.
Can Tasha remember when whomever said that trade stopped?
That would have been about 3.5 weeks ago.
That's within her month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we should remember our person that we first spoke with. He
Beau.
told us.
And that's why we came. So we know when we got sent here. So.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was the one that was hiding out in his tavern.
Yes.
So we should know pretty closely, pretty accurately, as to when it began.
It's somewhat like there's cure wounds and then there's mass cure wounds, and there's got to be some kind of like
Did
amplifier that we can do.
did somebody came to us before the guy in the
tavern.
Because we lucked out, I thought, by finding him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. He was hiding out in his tavern, but he was there the whole time.
But his dad was one of Yesa's informants, right? That's why we.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, VS asked us to come here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so however long that was.
Yeah.
We've been here, what, 3 weeks?
So it was like 3.5 to 4 weeks.
I want to pray when we've got some time too.
And so now let us discuss the idea that we've been here 3.5 weeks. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Well, you've been there 3 weeks.
So it took them a week to enthrall the entire city? Is
Maybe
that
less.
what my math is saying?
Maybe less.
It could have been done in stages.
because the kid in the tavern wouldn't know because... No, the kid in the tavern would know when the orcs came. Because they wouldn't have been able to do half of a town.
Right, you never had that discussion with him.
Ask him. Send him a message.
Yes. All right.
He'd have to know when the orcs showed up.
That is the main question. Because that'll give us a better timeline.
And I'm sure that we had that discussion with him, but since none of us remember that...
It's been a while.
Okay. Obris Greater sending to the kid whose name I don't know.
Jas.
Hey, yeah, thanks for... Okay, hold on. Okay, before I send any messages, I said I'd call Obris back. We want to find out about vines.
Where are we right now? Are we in the mansion?
You're still in the water.
Yeah, I really would like to get out of the water.
Let's go in the mansion. If it's in before we go up. Let's just...
Okay.
It's 24 hours, right?
But you cast it at like 10 a.m.
Then we can go to the Shaman's Tower, I guess, if it's not there.
Yeah, I think it's expired at this point.
Okay, let's go to the Shaman's Tower.
Am I plugging the hole once we get up there?
Yes.
All right. So, everyone makes their way up out of the water, feeling really disgusting.
Prestidigitation for everyone.
Yep. Athgar helps with that as well while Beau is casting Transmute Rock to Mud. He sort of caves in the tunnel. It all sort of slooshes together, and then he casts the reverse effect of the spell, and it just solidifies.
Awesome.
While he's doing that and Zori is talking to Oberus, I'm going to go find a corner to sit.
Well, you can head back up into the Shaman's Tower. There's lots of space up there.
I'm going to take out my holy symbol and I'm going to pray.
Okay. All right. Zoreth, go ahead and make your call.
I am calling back. How is Vines?
The young man is adjusting. He's spending most of his time, or as much of it as he's able, in animal form.
Wow.
That appears to comfort him.
I tell everybody.
And the young dwarven shaman is spending most of his time out in the forest. He comes back to eat and sleep. Otherwise, he is by himself in the forest.
Hold on, please don't hold this against me for time.
No, I won't.
Okay. I tell them. Sorry, please hold. Okay. I have things to say after the phone call is done. What does anybody have any things to say? And while I'm asking him this, what do we tell Sephryna about the 5 years that she's lost?
I actually don't know. I didn't have much of an opportunity to speak with her after her high priest was done. She seemed resolute.
When exactly did she ask to have it done?
Just a couple days ago.
How? Okay, so, how was she mentally before it? And I'm repeating everything as quick as he says it. I'm telling everybody so they know and are caught up on the call.
Fragile. Unsteady. She was prone to simply breaking down. She would be fine, and then she would dissolve in tears and sit on the floor and rock. And then it would pass, and she would be fine again.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
I do have one message to pass along.
Yes.
Your young druid friend did ask me to tell you that if you needed him, he would come to you. I don't think that he's ready for that, but that is the message he asked me to pass along should I speak with you.
Okay. Question also. We have some, we're trying to get more information on changing the town back. In the timeline, it perhaps, like, is there a mass whatever that, like, how many people can we teach these reverse anomaly spells and then, like, en masse in the town? Like, do you have any idea of that? We need to talk to the town council, and I want you guys to be there, but
there's you get the sense that Obrus's attention has left the call momentarily. And half a minute later, sorry, I was speaking with Master Ranro. Apparently, this has become something that they are teaching all of the clergy and all of the novices that are capable of casting it. So soon, if not already, every clergy member in the sanctum will know how to cast this spell. What? And you sense his attention is gone again. Ah. Well, that's interesting. There is apparently some discussion amongst the ranking clergy in the sanctum as to whether or not to bring Citadel Krikazaki into this.
okay.
That.
Zorith knows. I don't know.
That is the neutral counterpart to the Faelafiri Sanctum.
Oh.
Where is that?
South of Airmaw, southwest of Fort Grimspine, in the jungle.
Okay.
Not too far from the Sasaran camp.
Great. Okay, I tell him call me back. Because our 2 minutes are about up, and I don't want to keep wasting my spells.
So, I have reverse anomaly too.
Okay, so that's 3 of us.
Right.
Down to 5,000. Have him call me back. That's
Right.
I did the math. If it's... I mean, how many times a day can you cast it, Tasha?
It's 4th level, so if I used all of my 4th level slots and my 5th level slots and my 6th and my 7th level slots, and I have an 8th level slot. 1, 2, 3. I could cast it 8 times a day.
Okay.
But
And-
remember, for every slot higher than 4th, you can do another person with it.
Right.
If you do 5th, you can do 2 people. 6th is 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Roughly, if it was just Tasha, Aribell, and Athgar, it would take about half a year.
Right. Yeah, I know. I
It's
mean,
a long time. But
With
if that's
everyone
what-
else that can cast it.
right.
I mean, Sephryna's going to be here. She can cast it. We can teach it to anybody here who's that has the ability, who can use it.
Mhm. A cleric or a bard.
Okay, while he's not calling me back, I say Vines is saying that if we need him, he'll come back. And Sephryna was breaking down, dissolving in tears, fine, fragile and unsteady. And they've been only under for 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't remember how that timeline went.
But
I think
they were also modified.
Yeah.
They were turned
Changed.
into mortal horrors.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right term, but I can't think of anything else.
It's a good term. If we turn back all these people, are they going to be mad at us?
Why would they be mad at us? We saved them.
They weren't protected in the first place?
Well, that's hardly our fault.
Yeah.
We're 6 people. Can't be responsible for protecting an entire town.
That we weren't even here
Right.
when this started.
4.
Yeah. I don't think they really know who the 4 are.
Yeah, they do, because we went to Dark Coast Keep.
Yeah.
We might be able to trade on that then. Oh, sorry. I'm still in the corner praying.
No, go ahead.
But we helped, we did heal people while we were there. We have some trust.
But I don't think they're going to blame us.
I would hope not.
I would
know how to
hope that they would
explain.
blame the Thuilnu.
How do we explain all the things? I don't know. Okay. Dorothy's struggling.
Aribell,
It's a lot.
Yes.
what exactly are you doing?
I have been praying to, well, 'cause I didn't know that she was going to talk about, like, did everybody know how to cast it, but just looking for guidance on how we can save Bonamart.
Are you attempting divine intervention?
Well, I don't have divine intervention technically, so
Yes, you do.
Okay.
In Aecathan, paladins get it.
okay. Then yes,
They get it later than clerics, but they get it.
Okay. So yes, I am attempting that.
All right. Roll percentile.
Don't tell me what I'm supposed to roll, because then I'll get myself jinxed. I don't want to know if it's high or low. 6.
What exactly are you asking?
Well, I was trying to figure out if there was a way to do it on a mass scale, or if there was something else that we should be doing just to get some guidance on what would be how we can save these people. Because we had talked through all of that before she went to pray on the, is there a big spell? Is there, how do we do this? Because it's beyond the 4, well, plus the 6 of us to do this. And so I was looking for help.
Even through your eyelids, you are able to sense that there is a light near you that seems to be getting brighter. What do you do?
I open my eyes.
And you see floating in front of you a beautiful woman with goldish skin, long flowing blonde hair, white robes, golden wings. I have come to answer your questions on behalf of Our Lady.
I'm grateful.
The knowledge you seek no longer resides in this world. It was lost when Thath fell. There are ways, but one must trespass in the arcane, and only the most potent of spells could accomplish what you ask for.
Like a wish?
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Nope, you're back.
Okay.
So, an arcane caster might be able to make a wish for the Linamard people to be freed.
Yes.
A very carefully worded one, I take it.
Of course. As all such spells should be.
Do you have connections with people who might be able to do that? I think that's beyond me in our group.
I do not, but you know some who may know others. The lady has already provided whatever you need. Know
Sure.
that she is pleased with you.
Thank you.
And the figure steps back and just slowly fades to nothing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you have to roll your level or lower on percentile. So a
Ooh.
6
definitely did it.
Yay! I can never remember if it's high or low. That's why I don't want to know, because then I'll just like freak me out.
So,
You know people that know.
So I walk
Well-
back over.
Yeah.
You know people that know something.
Aribell comes back down the stairs to the main room.
I had an interesting experience.
We all
Please
know.
tell me it wasn't anything to do with stew.
No, Stu. I was able to connect with Chora, well, through her envoy,
Avatar?
avatar, maybe? I don't know what exactly she was. Beautiful.
Make a religion check.
I'm sure Aribell knows, just not me. 24.
That was a celestial envoy that basically they are the first order of servants of Torora. So you basically got her personal assistant.
She sent one of her people. But
PA.
yeah, her executive assistant.
Yeah, right. I wonder what she gets for Secretary's Day.
Time
Oh.
off.
Right.
She said a very potent spell. Well, that the knowledge to do what I had asked about the reverse anomaly on a mass level was no longer of this world. But that there was a potent arcane spell that might be able to accomplish it, and which is when I asked her if she meant a wish spell, and she said yes. But Athgar, can you cast wish?
No, I cannot.
I didn't know how high of a bard spell it was.
I'm not even certain if we're allowed to cast such magic.
It's a 9th level spell, sorcerer, wizard, and the genie.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but someone at the tower might be able to.
Aye,
Well-
that would stand to reason.
But she said that,
Probably a wizard, because
yeah, I think it'd be what for a
right,
sword.
the only person who would be maybe guaranteed for it to not go screw wacky would be me, and I don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, because in our world,
Right?
I don't know if Mother Tassa can cast it either. But maybe Indrus or. But that would, if it went well. Sometimes wishes don't, right?
Have to word it very carefully.
well, if you read it, maybe
Yeah.
you would have to do.
It's risky, right? Because if it's not a normal effect of it, you can lose wishes. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know if Aribell knows.
Yeah, it could be bigger than a wish spell. It might have to be 4 or 5 or 10 people doing wish spells, because you undo a single recent event by forcing a reroll of any roll made within the last round. So I don't necessarily know.
That's wish.
Yeah.
Well, there's I think you can do things. Reality reshapes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We will have to look into it.
Yeah, I think you can achieve something beyond the scope. The GM has great latitude.
Yep.
Hey,
True.
told me, the god told me, so
That's true.
that's got to count for something.
Right. Good to know. All right. So I'm still waiting for him to call me back. I really don't want to waste another spell on this.
Maybe he's busy.
I think we should just go up and talk to Fen.
Yeah, we should head there.
Well, the thinking was, would they come with us? Like, would Obrus come tonight with us?
I don't
Maybe
think-
they're already there, waiting for us.
We can go Fen. I don't care.
I
She's
think we need to
trying
go up and tell Fen what we're thinking and that we're working on it. And that, we'd like to do a mass spell, but we don't have the ability to do that yet.
We're looking into options for
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah.
Got it. Great. Sounds good.
All right. That's the plan. Find Fen, bring him and perhaps the rest of the council up to speed, and then figure out where to go from there. And that's what we will do next time. So, good session. Lots of interesting things uncovered, lots of things accomplished.
And sharks.
And a big shark.
And dead Thuilnu.
And yes, and lots of dead Thuilnu. So, we'll pick this back up next time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your attention. We do appreciate it. And hopefully you'll come back next Tuesday night and let us welcome you back once again to the lands of Aecathan. Good night, everybody.